A luxury apartment complex undergoing construction goes up in flames, quickly growing to a 5-alarm fire. Firefighters have spent days on the scene.
Fire crews first responded to the Canton Apartments in northwest Oklahoma City Tuesday night. UCentral's Jonathan Richardson has the latest, as what's left of the building is being demolished.
When there's smoke, there's fire. With just a few weeks of the Canton apartment complex to open, a 5th alarm fire starting from the roof and pushing into the 2nd and 3rd floors will significantly push back the expected grand opening.
As the building began to deteriorate, we had some partial collapses inside, and since there was no life safety issues inside, nobody was inside, we wanted to pull our fires out, so we're in what we call defensive operations.
Construction workers, firefighters have been working since Tuesday to put out this fire. Demolition has begun as the first steps to fully rebuild this complex.
Oklahoma City hasn't seen a fire like this in quite some time, and this is why it's going to be taking a few weeks and even years to fully get this complex back up to what it was preparing for.
These are rare. A 5th alarm fire of this size of structure is very rare. I have almost 15 years on the job, and this is the biggest fire that I've seen.
They're working very hard as we speak.
Have the fire under control tomorrow, in the next couple days. So, and that's we're working simultaneously with the wrecking crew, so we're only allowed to move as fast as they are. So as they tear down portions of the building, expose new fire, that allows us access to get in there and extinguish the fire.
Reporting from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Jonathan Richardson, UCentral News.
Jonathan, and the case of that fire is still under investigation.
You can still smell the smoke from the fire across the city. And MC, we're also in a drought right now too. What do you got?
Thank you, guys. That is right. We are in a drought. We have some high fire risk, but let's go ahead and talk about the conditions here on campus. 63 degrees, partly cloudy. We have a wind coming in from the north, 7 miles per hour. It's beautiful outside. It feels amazing. I had a jacket on. I had to take it off. It feels amazing outside. Humidity 32%, and it does feel like 63, not 60. Let's go ahead and fix that later. Weather headlines, like they said, high fire risk. We're going to see those fire risks go on a rise because we're in a drought. We didn't get a lot of rain. That snow came, but we only got about 1 inch of it. So we need more fluids here in Oklahoma. We have those higher temperatures coming in, and then with those winds, that's what's going to bring those fires. We're going to see some thunderstorms next week, talking about Wednesday and then Thursday. And it's going to be sunny for the Super Bowl and for Valentine's Day. Now, the current conditions across the state, 63 here in the metro, 64, up in Guyman, 55 up in Miami, 70 and 60, well, 70 in Idabel, 68 in Ardmore, 66 in Law, and then 67 down in Altus. That's where we're going to see most of that warm weather in southern Oklahoma, and then in northern Oklahoma, we're going to see some of those 50s. Now, that's all I have right now. Come back for your 7-day forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, MC. Tomorrow, the scholarship portal closes for next semester. I spoke to one of UCO's scholarship coordinators about opportunities for students.
That's the sound of the scholarship portal opening up. It is a web-based place that students can visit that houses all scholarships across campus. There are over 520 scholarships available.
So we've got scholarships that are for academic achievements, for you're a part of this organization, just a wide range of funding for students to continue their education. Our scholarship portal that's open currently is for current UCO students that are enrolled in the spring 22 semester, and it will apply to their Versar in fall of 2022 and spring of 2023. So when the students log in, they will see their UCO qualifying scholarship application. And this is the application that you can complete and answer the questions that are just generic questions. So the first page just has information that pulls from your student record. And this will list the scholarships that you have completed and that you qualify for. If you go to this page before you've completed the qualifying application, it's going to show you incorrect amount of scholarships that you qualify. This is just based off the information that comes over from your banner, your student record. But this is all incorrect because it doesn't have the information that you've reported through your application.
Students are free to apply to as many as they are qualified for and will get an email if they received the scholarship.
The portal closes at 4 p.m. tomorrow and will open again next year. You can apply online at scholarships.uco.edu.
Now looking at COVID-19, cases and hospitalizations are dropping across the U.S. The CDC still warning, keep up with the precautions and not to let our guard down. But some experts say we could be on our way.
I think we're moving from pandemic to endemic. I think what it's going to boil down to in the end is what level of disease or what level of hospitalization or what level of death we're willing to live with.
This as pandemic problems keep coming, with convoys disrupting travel between the U.S. and Canada to protest vaccination requirements and COVID restrictions. UCO will host a vaccine clinic next Tuesday for both the COVID-19 vaccine and the flu. This will be at UCO's Center for E-Learning just down the road on Bryant near OU Health. They will be accepting walk-ins and appointments. You can visit UCO's COVID-19 website for more information and resources.
UCO is partnering with the Oklahoma Blood Institute for those who wish to donate. UCentral's Cameron Forrell has more on when the UCO community can step up to donate.
UCO has officially completed their blood drive for today, but will reopen once again on Thursday, February 24th. UCO student and blood drive volunteer Demisha Smith explains the process behind scheduling a donation.
Walk-ins from the community and also students here at UCO. There is a way that you can schedule an appointment through OBI's website, so anybody's welcome.
With COVID-19 cases rising over the past few weeks, the blood drive is quickly becoming more important than ever. The blood drive expects to have a decent turnout despite these concerns.
We had 22 donors. Our goal is to have 33 for today. The more, the better, because there is a need for blood right now because of the pandemic.
When will the following blood drive take place in the next 2 weeks?
Our next blood drive will be this month, February 24th, at the same time as 11 to 4.
The drive will take place in Ballroom C once again on Thursday, February 24th. From Edmond, Oklahoma, I'm Cameron Forrell, UCentral News.
Thanks, Cameron. And the Oklahoma Blood Institute says over 70% of anticipated donations were lost last week due to the winter storm.
Inflation has followed us into 2022. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says the Consumer Price Index rose 7.5% in the 12 months ending in January. That's the highest annual increase since February of 1982. From housing to furniture and medical costs, prices increased across the board by 6%. AAA says gas prices are rising and they aren't slowing down. The national average for a gallon of gas surged to $3.44. It's a 98-cent increase from last year. The last time gas was this expensive, 2014. And the city of Edmond releases the city's intersections with the most traffic concerns. This is from a survey of 5,400 resident responses. A few of the top intersections are 2nd and Bryan, which I think we all know, Covell and Coltrane, and Danforth and Kelly.
And still ahead, the sun is shining and we've got highs in the 60s. We'll check in with MC for her full forecast. But first, how is one organization supporting local businesses that have lost revenue during the pandemic?
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
During the pandemic, a number of locally owned businesses in Oklahoma have lost revenue.
That's right, but now there's an organization that they can partner with. UCentral's Logan Gassett has more on how Keep It Local is supporting local businesses.
Keep It Local, an organization that started back in 2010, has been helping local businesses get back on their feet with their $500 one-year partnership. In return, business owners receive social media marketing by Keep It Local that covers sales, events, and more.
For the public, we're trying to encourage them to think about spending their money with local and independent businesses in Oklahoma. For the businesses, it's a supplement to their advertising and marketing. It's just a way to get the word out.
But this partnership goes beyond marketing. Keep It Local also incorporates opportunities to try out hidden gems in Oklahoma by offering a Keep It Local card for those interested in supporting businesses in the district.
So with the public, we sell the cards. They're good for the calendar year. They're only $15. With that, you get some type of discount or reward or incentive of some sort at all the participating businesses.
Keep It Local cards can be bought online at keepitlocalok.com or picked up from a participating store. Keep It Local, an organization that started back in 2010, has been helping local businesses get back on their feet with their $500 one-year partnership. In return, business owners receive social media marketing by Keep It Local that covers sales, events, and more.
Welcome back, Bronchos. I'm MC, your weather anchor. Let's go ahead and talk about your weather headlines here in Oklahoma. Now, we have a fire risk. That fire risk is rising. We didn't get a lot of rain from that snow, and we barely got any rain right now. We're going to see some rain going into Wednesday and Thursday next week, but we don't have a lot of it. Plus, those winds is going to bring some of those fire risks up into the elevated areas. We're going to have some higher temperatures, just like I said, thunderstorms next week as well, and then sunny for Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl. Now, the current conditions here on campus, 63 degrees. It's partly cloudy. We have a north wind, 7 miles per hour, and we have humidity sitting at 32%. And it does feel like the big number up on the screen. Now, the current conditions here in the metro, 63 here in the metro, 64 up in Guyman, 55 in Miami, 59 in Ponca and in Enid. Same thing in Woodward, 61 in Tulsa. Now, the current conditions for, the conditions for tonight, 44 degrees. We're going to have some clear skies. The clouds are not going to be out. We're going to see the stars and the moon. It's going to look beautiful outside. We'll have a south-southwest wind of 13 miles per hour. Humidity will be sitting at 45%. Now, the temperatures across the state for tonight, we're going to see some 30s here in western Oklahoma, and then in central Oklahoma, we're going to see some 40s. Same thing up in northeast Oklahoma, up in Miami. Now, the daily forecast for tomorrow, we're going to see some cool sky, some cool temperatures, 7 a.m. going into tomorrow morning, 46 degrees. We're going to see the sun come out. It's going to be windy going into lunchtime, 64 degrees, and then clear skies again for tomorrow night, 7 p.m., 51 degrees. Now, the temperatures across the state, 60s and a few 70s down in Idabel and Ardmore. Same thing in McAllister, we're going to see 70. The only 50 we're going to have is up in Guyman, 60s everywhere else. Now, for the Super Bowl, come Sunday, I don't know who you're going for, but I'm going for the Rams. Just saying, 7 a.m., we're going to have some windy temperatures, 34 degrees. Noon going into lunchtime, we'll have 49 degrees. It's going to be very, very sunny. So if you want to barbecue, tailgate, bust open a couple drinks, wink, wink, it's going to have a great time. 7 p.m., have some clear skies, 52 degrees. It's going to feel amazing outside. Now, Valentine's Day, V-Day, for your boo thing, 7 a.m., you wake up in the morning, cool, feeling amazing, 32 degrees. We're going to have the sun out, clouds out, same thing. And then noon going into lunchtime, sunny. It's going to feel amazing, 55 degrees. We're going to get up until 60s. I think it's going to be 64. So if you want to have a picnic, go on a boat ride, I don't know what you want to do, it's going to feel amazing outside. I would say do a date outside. Don't stay inside. Just see the nature, all that good stuff. I don't think any flowers are going to be out, but I mean, if you want to buy some roses, it's up to you. 7 p.m. going into the nighttime, it's going to be clear, 61 degrees. Now, this is your daily forecast. As you can see, Thursday is going to be today, 63 degrees. And then Friday we're going to see that last 65 until Saturday. We're going to see that temperature drop into the 40s, 46. And then Sunday be 55, just like I said on Monday, be 64 for that good old Valentine's Day weather. And then Tuesday, we're going to see some more 60, 67. And then, like I said, Wednesday, we're going to see some of that rain. Be 50% chance of thunderstorms, but it will get up to 64 degrees. Now, that's all I have for you. Come back for what I have next. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, MC. And working 9 to 5 at a well-known theme park could lead to free college tuition. More on that after this. Don't go anywhere.
things we do or say can make others feel heard, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead, and working 9 to 5 for Dolly Parton, your education. Today it was announced, as well as miscellaneous fees and textbooks for all its employees. The education perk will be available on the employee's first day of work. The tuition coverage will start on February 24th. And do you currently drive a vehicle that requires electric charging? States are getting ready to build a nationwide network of electric vehicle charging stations that would place new or upgraded ones every 50 miles along interstate highways. This is part of Biden's administration plan to encourage the adoption of zero-emission cars. The administration announced today that the availability of $5 billion in federal money to states over a 5-year period. States must submit plans to the federal government and can begin construction by this fall. And the future looks Jurassic. Today, Universal released the trailer for their upcoming film, Jurassic World Dominion. The and humans will coexist on mainlands. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard reprised their roles from previous films, with Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum returning as their respective characters from the Jurassic Park trilogy. Many fans have taken to social media to share their excitement about seeing both sets of characters interacting. The film is set to premiere June 10th. And do you remember Wii Sports? A new installment of the series will be available soon. Nintendo Switch Sports was announced in yesterday's Nintendo Direct, which shows off the key features of the game. Players can choose to play soccer, volleyball, bowling, tennis, and more. The game supports multiplayer both in person and online. Players will also receive free updates that will add features to the game. If you are wondering where's golf, that will be added to the game this fall. You can pre-order the game digitally now on Nintendo's website. And I don't know about you, Eden and Jessica, but I'm excited to see a possible UCentral bowling tournament with this Nintendo Switch Sports game.
Listen, Tyler, you don't want
it.
bowling hands because that was my game when I was growing up.
Personally, I was more into baseball, but bowling was a
one, right?
close second.
Thanks, Tyler. And Aaron is previewing Sunday's big game next, so stay tuned.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel heard, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Aaron Gelvin, and this is your Thursday Sports Update.
Kobe Grimsley, I'm a junior, and last night we got beat, and we're expected to come out this game and, just overcome adversity from last night and show them what we got.
Adversity, that was the word that came to mind with this Bronco baseball team early on in the season. Sometimes it was something they could overcome, like when they walked off Oklahoma Baptist early on in the season in their opening game. Sometimes it's been too much to handle, like when the team was beaten 10-1 in Game 2 against Northern State. The Broncos got back to their winning ways and bounced back 6-4 against SWASU earlier this week, and now look to continue winning in Denver, Colorado this weekend. They have scheduled a 3-game non-conference series with MSU Denver on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. UCO leads the all-time series between the schools 3-1. And speaking of adversity, the Oklahoma City Thunder fell at home in the Paycom Center last night, losing to the Toronto Raptors by a score of 117-98. OKC drops to 17-37 on the season, and in this one they trailed by 12 entering the second quarter, as Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and the Raptors jumped all over them early. The Thunder did get 31 solid minutes and 18 points from reserve guard Teo Maledon, number 11, who, let's be honest, he's dominating these highlights right now with a couple of strong drives to the cup and a nice assist to Kenrich Williams. OKC is still without its best player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was sidelined at least through the All-Star break with an ankle injury. The earliest he could be back would be late February. And the biggest sporting event of them all comes our way this Sunday, as Super Bowl 56 between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals will begin at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on NBC. The game will be played at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and that means the Rams will become the second team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium after the Buccaneers beat the Chiefs in Tampa last year. One of the biggest stars in Sunday's game is Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, who talks here about his tendency to go for big plays and take shots downfield.
Probably born with some of it, wanting to be aggressive, but at the same time, you got to learn from every experience, whether it be good or bad, right? Sometimes you give guys chances and they go up there and make plays for you, and sometimes it doesn't work out for you, and you got to assess why, one way happened or the other way happened,
Now let's give you some keys to the big game to make you sound smarter at your Super Bowl party on Sunday. When Cincinnati has the ball, establishing Joe Mixon and the run game will be a huge focal point, but LA's defensive front is fully capable of taking over the line of scrimmage and forcing the Bengals to become one-dimensional. The Bengals also have to protect quarterback Joe Burrow from the Rams' pass rush as he tries to get the ball to his many weapons all over the field. The one-on-one matchup between the Bengals' Jamar Chase and the Rams' Jalen Ramsey should be fascinating to watch, as the Bengals love to throw fades to him on the outside. On the other hand, when the Rams are on offense, the duo of Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp has torched defenses all year long, and the Bengals will be the latest team to try and take him out of the game plan. Some of the other weapons for the Rams will have to step it up if this game gets close late. And the Bengals defense has excelled in creating turnovers and has really stepped up during the playoff run. Trey Hendrickson is the team's top pass rusher, and the Rams will need to hold up in pass protection as well as win the run blocking battle. Enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. And that's everything I have for sports today. More news, scores, and updates on everything UCO Athletics will be on broncosports.com. Have a great day, Edmond. We'll take it back to Jessica and Eden at the desk. Guys, what are you most looking forward to on Super Bowl Sunday?
Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige,
Yes.
Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
Dr. Dre.
Definitely the halftime show, but also I'm excited to see some football.
I know. I'm an underdog fan, so I'm pulling for the Bengals.
Me as well. Still ahead, we'll check back in with MC for one last look at our forecast.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Thank you for joining us. And MC, what's happening this week? I'm loving the 60s. How long are they going to stay?
Thank you, guys. They're going to stay for quite a little while, but next week we are going to see a little bit of rain. Let's go ahead and talk about tomorrow's forecast. Daily forecast for tomorrow, 7 a.m. be cool, have the sun out. It's noon, going into lunchtime, it's going to be windy. We have a 64 degrees. We're going to see the winds get up to about 10 to 13 miles per hour, and then 7 p.m. is going to have clear skies, 51 degrees. Now the temperatures across the state for tomorrow, we're going to see some 70s in southern Oklahoma, and then going into northern Oklahoma, we're going to see some 60s. 56 is going to be the only 50 that we have in Oklahoma up in Guyman. Now the Super Bowl day forecast, 7 a.m. is going to be windy, 34 degrees. Noontime going into lunch, it's going to be 49 degrees. I know on that day it's going to get up to about 55 degrees. 7 p.m. be clear skies, 52 degrees. I hope you guys love appetizers for Super Bowl. Like, my favorite thing is spinach dip, just saying. Going into Valentine's Day, 7 a.m. is going to be cool, 32 degrees. Have some clouds here and there, but the sun will be out. Noontime going into lunchtime is going to be sunny, 55 degrees, and then 7 p.m. nighttime is going to be 61. Now, this is the 7-day forecast. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for listening. Jessica and Eden, what is your favorite finger food for the Super Bowl?
I love all types of wings. I want them all, but really anything.
See, I'm not really a big wing girl. I'm more chips and queso. South Texas chips and queso.
We stand that.
We
That's
love it.
Understandable.
We love it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all the time we have today. I'm Eden Jones.
I'm Jessica Morales. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.